happen.
Normalcy. Normalcy.
What's that doing?
Except
no,
for
normalcy.
not
that?
normalcy.
Normalcy, no. That is interesting. A Harbor coming through, actually going to throw him with the double controller. It's
No Sage. That means they're going to rely on Cove to plant towards B. Attacking side is going to be pretty tough with this Harbor, in my opinion.
Unfortunately for Mimi, that wasn't quite the case this game. C9 did not have the answer for this Harbor. You are seeing this right. DRX brought Harbor to Icebox and Cloud9 just did not know what to do. The simple changing of one agent and bringing the Harbor instead of the Sage completely changes the way that you play this map, and the ideas that DRX brought around Harbor were just absolutely wonderful and really cool to see. As you can see, we're going to jump straight into this round 2 with this Harbor wall right here. Really just funnels all of the defenders into this single lane, allows you to scale all the way up behind it. This push and setup here from DRX are really, really nice. You've got the Killjoy turret watching behind them, so they're able to just full send it without the worry of an unexpected flank. And then we have this Sova drone coming out and clearing all of these early angles so they're not getting caught out by any shorties while they have the gun advantage. They've got the 4 Spectres and a Bulldog in this round. And yeah, this wall just creates so much pressure. And you can see DRX, they scale right up behind it. Yay here with the Marshal trying to make something happen, but you know, he's worried about all of this info. They're not able to watch down this way and hold that angle with the Marshal that he would have liked to, you know, the regular angle from yellow that you would hold all the way down. And so he's forced to play this really off angle and he has to just give it up because by the time, look, takes that shot, Stacks is already on top of the box, and then this is the second wall that they use. This wall that comes through here actually scales past Buzz, and so they get so much more control here. As soon as they get Yay, they've already taken all this space behind that first cascade. They use Sova's recon dart to clear behind the back of Yellow, and Buzz dashes onto the top of Yellow with his Cloudburst and also using the Cascade, which actually scales past all the way back here, but it also allows Buzz to get up here and the team to scale in behind him. So you just get all of this space taken. This is a really nice, simple way of taking B long that DRX is using here, and it just allows them to get so much space. Now it comes to the time where is Harbor gonna be successful? It all comes down to this Cove. Is it actually an effective alternative for the Sage Wall? Well, it looked effective enough in this game at least. There's not really a good shot of it here, but you can see Buzz jumps inside the Cove with Stacks, who is planting, and then RB also defends Leaf and Zelsus as they try and run into the Cove to deny that plant as well. So they have a bit of a protocol set up, one playing inside the smoke, and you know that you can't get spammed through it, so one person is able to sit inside and protect you, and the way that it's actually planted here actually allows them to fall back towards Yellow because it's overhanging the edge of Yellow here. Big advantage that Harbor's Cove has over the Sage Wall here is that you can plant out here on the edge of the planting area on B rather than up here against the wall like you would with the Sage Wall. And what that means is it's so much easier for this lurk to come through and get value and be able to see the spike. And this late lurk here for attackers on Icebox has always been such a valuable tool. It's such a hard thing to defend because you're taking these fights and you just have someone watching the cross as you try to get to the spike. DRX clean up that round with a flawless second round. Of course, they're only up against pistols, but they make it look absolutely easy. Like C9 never even had a chance in that round. Coming into round 3 now, DRX is going to start with 3 players over towards B, and they're going to force C9 to respect and play this B long area, which makes these rotates into A really, really long unless they're coming through the flank. And because they have such an effective push with this wall and with the drone and being able to deny all of this vision and space, it looks to me like DRX's plan is to force C9 to play really forward here on B and make them contest it in a way that's uncomfortable and not the normal way that you would want to. You can see they want to get the early control here, C9, they get the molly down, but they're just, Leaf is forced all the way back off of this angle, and Ye is forced to play a little bit solo here, and he goes searching for the kill. They notice that DRX, they actually quick rotate out of that B hit and they go straight towards this A hit. RB gets the turret down to watch flank, and then off they go ready to send it here. And you can see C9 are very, very scared here. They're not scared, but they're playing very, very safe. You know, they've got 5 rifles against 4 Spectres and a Bulldog. They don't want to have this Harbor cut up the site in like this kind of crazy way and then have surprises be unleashed on them. So they're just playing for info. They're playing safe. Yay has got this very forward angle as well. So they know it is going to be A at this point. They've got the alarm bot and the turret watching. So unless they're all sitting in kitchen tube right now, which is a possibility, especially on an eco or a bonus here for DRX, but they are just going to slowly continue to walk up into A, and C9 to their detriment here, because they are trying to play so safe, actually give DRX that ability to close that gap and get those shorter range fights that they're trying to look for with the Spectres. They do get the opening pick. Zelsa sitting here and then spams through this cove. Now, this is the main idea of the A attack that DRX has, and we're going to look at it. This cove here in Nest, getting the spike in the most open plant area, is the core of what makes this comp viable, and it's designed around this A attack and this early B control. The two main ideas around what's really, really strong in this comp. Really great play from Zelsis, gets 2 picks to open up the round. But you can see the way that the wall cuts up space really catches C9 off guard. It's completely changed the geometry of the map and the way that it's played. And now we get into a 1v3, and RB is just one of the most clutch dudes I've ever seen. 40 seconds left on the clock. Yay playing here, I think, is a mistake. This flank all the way. Potentially, you play this mid-info angle to see if RB is crossing, but the fact that he comes and flanks here and leaves a 2 and a 1 against one player really allows RB to open up this round. So as you can see, RB really takes his time, works the clock as long as he can. You see he's going to get this first peek here against Yay, and no one's going to take the fight. Yay's going to do the right thing, and they spot each other, and Yay falls back, right? He doesn't want to take this fight, doesn't want to give RB a 1v1. RB goes searching for it, and Yay plays very, very safely. And RB now decides, all right, I'm going to commit to try and win this round. Get the spike down just in time, and you can see there's been movement here from Vanity, and Yay is pushed up as well, but Leaf is still all the way back here. And they're all playing these very isolated angles. He hits a very nice shot onto Yay, and he goes and gets this plant, this lockdown down, and Vanity again. Another 1v1 there for RB. He hits that shot to his credit as well, and then he swings just at the perfect time just to get Leaf as well. Really, really nice clutch. Really well played from RB, but C9 fumbling the bag there. Okay, so we get the rare back-to-back-to-back round. Again, we have this early Harbor Cascade coming out and this wall to create this pressure, and you can see it's C9's playing right into what I think DRX want them to do. They're playing all the way up here on B. They feel like they need to take this space because otherwise they're going to give all of this for free pretty much, or at least very cheaply. And then DRX has this really nice cove idea on B site, so it's really hard to defend. DRX, now they go toward A. They get the Killjoy turret, which gets this early peek here in case there's any kind of shenanigans going on early. They play it safe against this eco. And we get this really nice hard wall, and this cuts just this. This is just something that you cannot do with any agent. To get all of this value is insane. The way that they cut the rafters area in half means you can't play in front of it, and potentially if you play behind it, your gun might be sticking out. That would require some testing that I haven't done. But it also cuts off screens and the entrance into sight from behind screens. It's just such a high value wall. Stacks gets himself up onto pipes. He's going to go rope and get the cove down and get the plant down here in Nest. And you can see DRX, they're already in positions to be able to protect this plant. Off he goes, gets the cove down right behind him. I probably would like to see a little bit of a more efficient way of getting that cove down rather than getting into Nest, turning around and popping it down. Maybe throwing it from pipes and then just gliding into it would be a good idea. However, Buzz gets a pick here to open up the round, playing this really nice forward angle to protect anyone trying to spam through behind the cove. And look at them. They're already off site. C9 isn't even on site yet, and DRX is playing all the way back here. It's reminiscent of the triple sentinel comp that Fnatic and G2 would play. And it's the same idea, is that they're able to get this really open plant, and this becomes super spammable, paper thin walls. This becomes super spammable. It's completely open. You have 4 mollies between Killjoy and Viper, and then you also have shock darts from Sova to go along with it. Really hard bomb to defuse. Probably one of the hardest in the game, if not the hardest in the game. C9 attempt the retake here with the stingers. We get this nice cascade idea here, which forces, means you can't come down and peek and create these multiple angle peaks by running down this lane and this lane together. Really nice wall there from Stacks. And then Vanny has the great idea to force them as far back as he can. He also mollies into the top of Belt here to clear out Buzz. I really like this ult from Vanity. Pushes them all the way back, but DRX play it perfectly. Buzz commits to staying in the ultimate. He's just going to get detained if he needs to, and he's going to stop them from getting on this spike early. And so with Buzz playing for that stall, and then they triple swing the spike all together just in time to clutch out the round. Very nice idea here from DRX. Very impressive game overall for them. They end up going into the second half up 11-1 to close out the series against Cloud9, who unfortunately go home with this random seeding single elim bracket. It's just, the unfortunate part of it. That's how I feel about the random seeding. I don't think there was necessarily a better potential way that it could have been done, but there we have it. I think the Harbor looks incredible in this comp. The ideas that DRX have brought, I'm sure, are a culmination of other things that people have tried over the last couple of months, but just seeing it here makes it a really obvious pick in hindsight in my mind, that the way that Harbor allows you to scale and plays that semi-initiator type role, as well as the controller, as well as the Sage replacement in trying to protect the planter, which is a unique problem to Icebox with the way that you want to plant and the way that the sites are designed. And to me, it just makes sense. Now, there are definitely counters that I can see here that C9 didn't see in the moment, because I don't think they saw this comp coming into this match. So they didn't have ideas prepped, but there are counters there, and it's just dependent on how well those counters are and how well, you can handle those counters with this comp. Is it too one-dimensional to be run again? Potentially, potentially not. Potentially there's deeper levels of things that go on. I really like the look of how this comp is ending up. Dax gets a 4K to finish the round, and I think C9 could have definitely made this a little bit of a closer half if they had made some adjustments to their strategy, but they did keep using the same, like even this Viper wall, switching to the one that goes up on Nest. Obviously that's a different kind of wall to what they've prepared and how they want to use that wall, but you're preparing against certain meta things that you've seen, and if this is something you haven't seen before, being able to adapt to that in the moment is something that I probably would have expected out of C9, but not this match, unfortunately, at the best of 3. Obviously, you can get pretty tired. Yeah, he's still continuing to go even in that half while the rest of his team struggled a bit. But what an exciting game. I just love watching DRX play. I think they are phenomenal, and I think this could be their year.